Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Just Stone back here again with another video. Today I want to talk to you about football shirts and how to spot a real shirt and a fake shirt. So the reason I'm doing this is because ever so recently during the Euro 2020 tournament, I actually tried to get hold of an England shirt. And if anyone knows who's been trying to get hold of one of these, it's been extremely difficult as they're pretty much sold out everywhere. When I say sold out, I mean the authentic shirt, and I want to cover a little bit on that, the difference between authentic shirts and replica shirts, because there's a bit of ambiguity around those two. So before I get into the main chunk of this video, there are two types of football shirts that they release now. This wasn't the case back in the day. So now they have what's known as an authentic shirt or a player version shirt and a replica shirt. So the replica shirt is basically just your standard football shirt that you just want to wear out and about. Say you go to watch a football match or you just want to wear it when you're out. And the authentic shirt is more for like if you're playing sports, that's what the football players wear. Now the main differences between these are the material, the printing, and just the breathability of the shirt in my experience. So as I've covered in one of my previous reviews, which was a review of the authentic home shirt from last season for Arsenal, the badge, the Adidas logo and the three Adidas stripes are all printed on. They're heat pressed, so they're not actually stitched or embroidered on. And this makes for a more lightweight shirt when you're playing football. So at first I didn't want to buy into all this authentic replica. I stuck with the replica. So 2 seasons ago, I bought the replica version of the shirt. I really love that shirt, but I do wish I bought an authentic one now. The reason I say this is because I do play football once a week and I have played in replica shirts, and unfortunately during the summer when it's very hot and you get very sweaty, you do sort of smell the unwelcome odor of men's body odor. Yuck. But then I found when I played with the authentic shirt, which is more breathable and things like that, I didn't notice the smell so much, so that's a plus point right there. So yeah, unfortunately the authentic one I think does have its advantages, maybe minor. The only problem between the two is the authentic one, for Arsenal at least, with Adidas and even with Nike and England, the authentic one starts at about £100 and the replicas are around £65 to £70. So they're both still expensive and there is a difference there. But if you have the budget, I would recommend an authentic shirt going forward now. Right, so to move into the main chunk of this video, how to spot the difference between a real and a fake football shirts. In my experience now, I've picked up a few steps, I read a few articles, and it's actually proven that this is the case with football shirts. Right, so when I purchased this shirt, I bought it off eBay and I was sold the lie that it was an authentic replica shirt. So I picked up for £38 and I thought that was a steal, especially during the tournament. But then I did inquire with the person on eBay. I said, how are you selling it so cheap? And they gave me the bullcrap story that they deal directly with a sports company, and any shirts that have minor defects on them, say with the stitching or something, you know, if they're not perfect, so to speak, and the sports company don't want to sell them, they auction them off to third-party sellers and they can sell them for whatever profit they want. So I bought into this. I thought, okay, you know, they were fast to respond to any inquiries I had. I thought I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But the thing is, when I received the shirt, immediately red flags were raised. The first thing I'm going to cover is the material printing. So with this is a replica. So there aren't any patterns in the actual material of the shirt. I was expecting that because I believe that the actual real replicas are just plain, whereas the authentic ones have a sort of pattern in it and it looks really cool. So this shirt is, to be honest, is actually quite a decent fake. All the collar and everything, you have all the printing on the sides there. It all seems in place and it looks really detailed. But then when you get up close, you can see a bit of like the stitching here on the badge is a little off, and the Nike swoosh or whatever they call it is a little dodgy. But then as the person told me, you know, the stitch is a bit off, I thought, all right, fair enough. When I tried it on, this is supposed to be a large size. Now there are stories that the England shirts for some reason are a bit smaller than they're advertised, so a large might feel a bit like a medium. But when I did put this on, it was really tight. I was concerned at the time, but I thought, it's during the tournament, it's £38. I couldn't be bothered to follow it up, but shame on me. This is a fake shirt, and the reason I can tell this is definitely a fake shirt, I will come on to in the last step of this video. Right, so we're going to change up shirts a bit here because more recently I purchased a fake version of this current Arsenal third shirt, but I'm convinced this one here is an authentic one, which I'm going to get into a little bit later on. So to move on from the material printing, I would then focus on things like the badge, the kit supplier and the sponsor if applicable. So like I say, more recently I purchased a fake version of this off eBay once again. I picked that up for, I think it was about £45. So what set off alarm bells for me was close-ups of the badge, the Adidas logo and things like that. I think these people who make the fake kits can do a really good job with those. Unfortunately, I didn't keep the shirt. Luckily for me, I was lucky to send the shirt back. The person was very accepting. I don't know if I caught them out or things like that. But The fake shirt even featured a authentic logo here that you can see at the bottom of the shirt. I did take some pictures. It would have been good if I kept it for the purpose of this video, but I did manage to send it back and get my money back. But yeah, everything looked pretty much genuine. However, the feel of the Adidas stripes on the top here on the sleeves, they are heat pressed on, and I have got an official authentic shirt, as I've mentioned before. It felt very different. You can't tell that from the pictures, obviously, but then the badge as well looked pretty good. However, the color shading was a little off. If you laid the shirt out flat, the badge was a little twisted. It wasn't straight. The Adidas logo, some of the printing on the letters didn't fill up all of the letters, whereas this shirt does. The Emirates Fly Better looked pretty good, but yeah, what sort of gave it away for me, the main thing, which is the next point I'm going to go into, is the fitting. Now, the fake shirt I picked up was supposed to be a large. The person in their listing on eBay did say, I'm selling this because it fits smaller than it should do, maybe because it's the authentic player version. However, as I have it on a real authentic shirt, and that's a large as well, that one feels quite baggy. Adidas, compared to Puma with Arsenal shirts, don't seem to make them skin tight, which I appreciate more because I'm not like built like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day or anything like that. So it works well for me, but the fake shirt I had was so tight, it was ridiculous. If I were to put into context of a real authentic shirt, it probably felt like in between a medium and a small, something like that. Not that I've tried that on, but that's what I would guess. Other than the size, it looked like a pretty good fake shirt. I was contemplating keeping it, but I couldn't wear it because of the size. So that was the biggest giveaway for me. However, moving on to the final step, the step that I think is like the acid test that you can definitely determine whether the shirt is real or fake, is to see the product code of the shirt. So when I say the product code of the shirt, I mean, look for a product code that's on the tags. So on the tag, it will say something like, so for example, for this third authentic shirt, the product code is GMO212. Now with the fake shirt that I bought, I did message the person before I completed the purchase just to say, do you mind taking photos of the code, because there will be one of these on the tag. There will be one on the inside of the shirt, just on the collar there, and it will have that code. If it has that code, then I'm convinced the shirt is genuine. The reason I say this is because with the fake shirt, it did have a fake code, and if you put that into Google, it brought up results for a Colombian football shirt. And now I did read about this the night before the shirt was delivered, that for current Adidas shirts, the fake people are putting like the product code for Colombian shirts, and hey presto, that's what came up. Even with the England shirt, I read about they were faking England football shirts. This is when I realized that was fake. They were saying that it would bring up results for an old France football shirt, and hey presto, it did. I input that code into Google and you see results for an away French shirt, which is also manufactured by Nike, but from like 2016. Sticking with the England shirt, if you go onto the Nike website, they do have the product code there. And if you do a Google search on that, it will bring up results of the actual England shirt. So you might be wondering, how do I find the product codes of these actual shirts? So for example, with Adidas at least, I've only stuck with Adidas because they're Arsenal. If you go onto their website, you can find in the description part, it will have a product code. So for example, like I said, this is GM0212, it will be there. That's how you can find it. So if you're looking for shirts on eBay or whatever, I would definitely say the best thing to ask the seller to do is to take a picture of either if it's brand new, take a picture of the tag, which will have the product code, and in this case it will also have the Arsenal hologram logo, but also as well on the inside there will be a little tag, and for this shirt it does have GMO212, and in that case I'm pretty much convinced it's the real shirt. At the moment, that's like the acid test for me. Sticking with the tag, something else as well, like as you can see from the fake shirt here, which I took a picture of, the tag is very generic. It just says Adidas jersey. There's nothing to sort of point to Arsenal. So with the real one here, it does say AFC, you know, that's pretty convincing. The fake one doesn't have the hologram logo, like I said, but like I say, the product code is the main thing. So just to give you a few more examples, this is a search of the replica version of the Arsenal shirt by Adidas from 2 seasons ago. As you can see, if you input the code here, you will see it brings up results of that. And then also this is just running the product code of last season's Arsenal home authentic shirt. If you input that code into Google, it will bring up results for that as well. So that's why I'm convinced that's the best way to tell whether a shirt is fake or real. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna round up this video. Hopefully that does help you. Don't get caught out like me. If you do get caught out, I'd just say try and get your money back as best you can. Even though a shirt might look real or whatever, probably say, for example, for a real, like for the authentic shirt, the fake one I bought, £45 compared to £100 is a steal. But if I couldn't even wear it in terms of the sizing, I just thought to make that shirt is probably, it's not even worth the £45 that I paid. Now I know we could go into a whole different discussion about the people who make these shirts, the actual people who make these, but sticking with what's real and what's fake. Don't get caught out like me. So just to round up, the first step is check out the material printing. Does it seem genuine? If you've got a real shirt to compare it to, that's a good thing to do. Or you could even go into the shops and look at, just take a look at like some of the shirts they have on display, compare it to the one if you've picked up one that might be fake. If it's different, that's the first red flag. Second one, take a good look at the logo and things like that. Now I think with the replica shirts, it will be a bit more difficult to spot a fake. But you can probably tell, for example, with Arsenal, the printing will be, the name, sorry, will be way off. It'll look really funky. But with the authentic ones, you can probably tell more because the badge is more uniform, and probably take a look at the shading and things like that. The next one, like I said, is the size and the fitting. You know, like, although authentic shirts might be a little more tighter and closer to the body, you should still be able to wear if it's round about your size that you usually wear. But then, like I say, the final and best step is to check the product code. So you will find it somewhere on the shirt, depending on the kit manufacturer. And you should also find, if it's a brand new one, you'll find it on the actual tag that you would cut off. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be doing a review of this shirt. You'll find the video for this, the link for this somewhere around here now. I just wanna thank you very much for watching. I do hope that this helps. If you have any questions that I might be able to help with, I hope I've covered everything. I'm not an expert, but this is just things I've picked up as I've been burned, so to speak, with 2 fake shirts, but one of them I managed to get my money back. So don't let yourself get caught out as well. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if it has helped you. And yeah, any questions, let me know. I'll see if I can help you further. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.